Go.
It's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Tonight we have a fantastic match coming up for the ACST B Division Semifinal playoff matches. And we have number 1 seed Dan Esdale bowling against number 7 seed Mike Capone in the second round of the playoffs to ultimately determine the championship of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour B Division. I'm Dan Castle, and I am here with Paul Grant, who will be joining us momentarily. And the bowlers have warmed up. They're getting ready to roll. And so whenever they're ready to go, we'll get this started. So you guys can go ahead and shake hands, and let's get the game going.
Get them, guys. Light them up. Light them up.
All right, so Dan Esdale will be leading us off on lane 19. And to remind everybody of the format, that in the playoff series, we'll be bowling 5 games, 5 boxes at a time, and then switching sides from lane 19 to lane 20. And tonight, what makes a playoff match different from the regular season is they're not playing for points, they're playing for total pinfall. It doesn't matter who wins each string, all that matters is who's got the most pins at the end. So joining me here is Paul Grant. And welcome, Paul.
Well, Dan, good to be with you again. Former teammates here in the Friday Night Mixed League here with Rick Kamrowski and company. Dan Esdale, the home bowler, decided to go first, a la Justin Waters style.
It's worked for him so far.
It's here to start the match.
So Dan ended the season in the ACST B South Conference.
14 plus average, top average in the conference.
He did, and he's number 1. Number 1 for the season with a record of 166 and 86 in the points.
By the way, there's a tie after 5 strings, a 1 full string roll-off until someone wins. On the bonus, 8, 2 in the 7, 18 through 1, the first of 5. Ryan Family Amusements, Millis, Mass. Great place to bowl. Book your birthday parties here as well. 22 lanes.
And this is the second round of the playoffs. We're down to 4 bowlers at this round, or 8 bowlers in the second round, and Dan defeated Kevin Dietrich to come to advance.
The last match of the season, Dan.
Yep.
To 12 or 14, I believe. 9:27 through 2. Dan from Brockton, Mass. Richard Dorchester, Mass. League average of 114, his best year ever. High single of 158, high triple 382, high 5 636. Balls out of here, Ryan Family Amusements, Millis, Mass. Union Street Lanes, Holbrook, Mass. Not named after Craig Holbrook, although it probably should be. Beautiful ball, 9. Back to Dan.
Nice 9 drop. Yeah, we see Dan Esdale here in a couple of leagues that I bowl out with him as well, and he's had a pretty good season. He's also a 10-pin bowler, and pretty good one at that.
For 2 in a row. 2 out of 3, got it.
Spare in the third.
Spare 8, 9 spare, 37 ball from 3. He's the only guy that can get away with an ACS t-shirt with the Hartford Whalers logo on it.
Well, he usually bowls here in a team jersey, so getting him in an ACS t-shirt is a lot.
Does he follow the Carolina Hurricanes?
I think so.
138 on the spare, 44 through 3.
All right. That should go if he can put it on either side of the headpin.
Nice left, 1 and 3.
If you don't hit the object, it usually doesn't go.
He's a former 10-pin bowler at 14 300 games, 5 800 series.
Oh, I think he's still bowling 10 pins some, too.
9:53 through 4.
Everything but the headpin.
Won an adult junior tournament with his son, Cody. He's into motorcycles and cooking. Still working on lunch, Dan. Maybe cook something up for us later on.
Oh, yeah. Same here. Ate a late lunch today, though. All right, coming into box 5.
There it is.
Nice shot. Strike.
Way to sit down.
63 out plus 2.
3 out of 5.
Bowling first. Pulling off so far.
So now we get to see Mike Capone. Mike Capone defeated Glenn Gill in the first round to advance to the second round.
And Glenn Gill, hasn't bowled for like 11 11 years or so. Started bowling last summer. He was 10th New Year's Eve after losing a heartbreaker 571 to 570. Mikey DiGianni. He got 4 spares in a row in the match. And he's went all the way from 10th to 2nd. Watch out for Glenn Gill next season.
Oh, yeah.
A force to be reckoned with for sure.
He's thrown some big games in leagues. Look at that action.
Number 7 seed, number 1 seed, the 7th seed ball in second. Triangle. 1 in the middle, 2 left, 3 right.
He was off to the left pretty far on that one, but he got a lot of action. We've been seeing a lot of action here on Millis lately. Look at that.
Spare to start his match.
Matches Esdale's spare.
Chasing a 63 plus 2 half. It's from Plainville, Mass. Richie Weymouth, Mass. A 110 league bowler. 112 his best year ever. High single 178. High triple 438. And that's a high 5 of 701. Don't tell Danny Phil T's Jeremy C. home. On the nose, strike, let's there! Wow, what a start! 20 through 1, 30 plus 2 through 2.
All right, so perfect so far. And that puts him up a couple of pins on Dan. Again, it's all total, it's not points. Coming up first ball in box 3.
127 and 125 in the season.
Off on the 3-pin on that one. First ball in the fill is 5. He's left with a 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, and some wood in the back.
Just missed right, 7 on the strike, 37 through 2. Up 10, he never gets a spare 9. And they don't have a strike in the 5th.
He's got the 1, 2, and the 7 to try to make a 10.
Roger Pinwell carry, 8, 45 through 3. He's up 1. Up into 9 in the strike. Excellent second round match.
We've been watching both these guys bowl all season in ACST and league, and I can predict this is going to be a close match most likely.
He beat Glenn Gill, the number 2 seed, 558, 541 in the opening round, the quarterfinals. Now in the conference semifinals, Southern Conference.
Oh, that was in the pocket. But he's left with a split, and this split is the 3, 4, 6, and 10. He's got to cut something over to take out that 4-pin. Just a little to the right and went on the 6. He got the 6 and the 10. 2 to pick up. He'll be
3 in the right, 4 in the left.
He's tied right now, and so we have a tie match through 4 boxes.
I believe the strike. We both the old colonial lanes. We grew up in South Weymouth, Mass. Now bowls here, Ryan from the Music Millis, Mass. On Route 109. Well, 10 years initially, took 22 years off, now bowling since 2019.
All right, he's not going to match the strike. But he drops 6 in his first ball in the 5th box. Oh, just misses a spare. That was a great bid. He's on the object pin, and 3 out of 4 go. The 4-pin decided to stick around, so he'll be open in box 5, giving Dan Esdale a bit of a lead. And a 9 box, 62 after 5. Now we're going to switch over to lane 20 for the second half of game 1. Dan Esdale's coming up. He's on a strike fill right now. He's at 63 plus 2 balls coming into the 6th box. So first ball and second ball count double.
Executive producer, Kenneth Moore Network here, Bob Lee. I'll bring in Bob in just a moment. Dan Esdale working a strike on lane 20. In the pocket.
He's in right-hand pocket, and just 5 go. 6 go. We're going to see some more. That 5-pin.
Oh,
7.
7.
They keep going to be the slowest strike ever, but it's not going to happen. So 7 so far in the fill.
The top seed in the conference for a spare on strike.
All right, 8 fill, and so he closes his first half with 71.
Up 9 in the match.
And a 9 box for an 80 after 6.
Number 1 seed, Dan Esdale, one of the number 8 seed, Kevin Dietrich, 560 to 500. Winner of this match takes a number 3 seed Mike Legendre or number 4 seed Mike DiGianni.
And in the ACST playoff rounds, the winner advances and the loser is done for the season.
And the winner of the North plays one of the South. Reset on lane 20 as the 3-pin fell down. Other action in the first round, Mike DiGianni over number 5, 80-year-old Phil Clough. How dare he go to Phil Clough? 553, 543. Number 3, Mike Legendre over number 6, Dave Edison. And a great match, 543, 539.
Yeah, that match I covered, and we came down to the end, the very last box, and it was a 4-pin match.
Three matches that should have done right on the last box last spring. Incredible bowling this year.
Legendre needed a spare in the 10th of the last game, and he got it.
4-7 for another mount. Looks good. Got it.
Spare in the 7th. That gives Dan Esdale 90 plus a ball after 7.
He's a very nice guy, too. Finished the season 154 and 84. Correction.
Yeah, I just pulled that up a second ago.
Yeah, that doesn't include the last week, actually. So it's
I'll tell you the stats again. I got it right here.
166 and 86.
Oh, you don't want to see that on a spare. But
166 and 86.
Yep, he was 166 and 86. And Mike Capone finished the season 127 and 125. And on the very last day, managed to get in for the playoff round. So Esdale had a spread eagle, and he just picked up the 6-pin on the second ball. So now he's going to try to clean up as much as he can, and threw it through the middle on the head pin again, I call it. But that's a 5 box. That gives him 99 after 8.
It's a funny game, isn't it?
It's
You're cruising along, you get a 5.
yeah, it's a frustrating game sometimes.
Just like golf.
And you throw a good ball and you get a punch out. That's why I don't play golf.
On the nose, 7.
6, 7, 10 split. He's got some wood. He's going to try to make dance around somehow. See if he can pick up that spare. It's going to the left, and it worked.
Ah, nice shot.
That was a great read by Esdale. He went to the 7-pin instead of the 2 on the right, which is where I probably would have gone. Worked perfectly.
Nice way to bounce back in that 5 box, Dan. 109 the ball for 9, first to 5. Conference semifinals on the ACST Facebook page.
Oh, but keep an eye on this game. That 5 box may come back to haunt him. Look at that. A 9 fill. All but the 9.
118 to 9.
He's got some funky wood here. On the right-hand side, there's a flat piece, which is not lined up perfectly with this pin. And on the left, there's an angled piece. It's going to be interesting. It's going to the... That's the way to do that. He helicoptered it in from the right. Another spare in the 10th. 128 in a ball. All right, he's got his 3rd ball in the 10th box, a fill ball. He's at 128. He's on the 3-pin, gets some action though, and it's a 7 fill for a 135 game for game 1 for Dan Esdale.
Not bad at all.
Pretty consistent on both halves of that game. All right, Mike Capone comes up on lane 20, and Mike is on a 62 half. And he's going to need 73 to catch up. First ball, he's on the 3-pin. He takes out 7. He's left with a 1, 2, 4 in a line.
5 spares, 1 strike with Dan Esdale on the first string.
Just off the head pin, just picks up 2, misses a spare. He'll be open in box 6. And a 9 box for 71 after 6. He's down 9 pins in completed boxes. He's up against 3 more spares in the next 4 boxes.
Josh Dilly threw 704 today. 189 final string. Watch it later on.
Oh, nice ball. Yeah, that was an amazing game. Josh had 9 marks out of 10 boxes. Just missed 1 mark. All right, Capone has the 5-7 split with some wood in front of the 5. Angled in a funky way. And that's what I was afraid could happen. It deflected the ball to the right, gets nothing. He's still got 2 to go for a 10. Nine box for 80 after 7. He's down 14 incompleted boxes.
Those ball balls are kind of new, but they're actually 1988 2.6 pound Paramount's. Sporting Dexter shoes. It's a tough 135 first strength for Esdale. Number 1 seed going first. Won that first ball. Bundle of 6.
All right, we got some viewers here and responding to one comment right now.
We'll try, won't go to the 8. Need a couple of marks to keep the single digits. Capone wins it for 9. 9 through 8. Down 10 the string. Against a pair of spares. 5-string total format. No points like the regular season. 2 for a win, 1 for a tie. 4 for total. 5-string total pinfall. 1-string overtime. So someone wins for the ties. The right to the conference finals.
All right, he's off on the right that time on a 3-pin. Just takes out 4. He's left with a 1, 2, 8, and 9. You see Mikey DiGianni and AJ Stockton are on watching.
Oh, what a try!
There it is.
Wow, what a shot! Big spear in the 9th. 99 of the ball.
Mike Nardone, hello. Scott Douglas, good to see you guys. Brian Heffernan. Lots of our regulars here tonight. All right, he's at 99 in a ball.
This is the fastest house around right now. So it seems anyway. On the nose, 7.
He's left with the castle left, but he's got favorable wood, in my opinion.
Yes.
You don't often see that on that leaf. It's usually a result of a good ball, and there's typically one piece of wood, but it's not always a good one.
106-9 in the first of 5.
Chance to catch up. And he picks it up.
Perfectly placed. He goes back-to-back tonight. Dan's back-to-back spares.
Like I said, I think it's going to be a tight match all the way through. It's 116 plus a ball. He can't catch up with Dan's score, but he can put a dent in it.
You got a 3-pin's falling down a lot today.
Waiting on a reset. Yeah,
Great work, Dan.
You too, Paul. It's been a little while since we did this. Well, we did a match earlier this evening, but before that, we haven't done it in a while. You've been hanging around in the north, and I've been hanging around in the south.
In Maine, too, a lot. Beautiful ball. Strike, got it! Strike in the 10th. What a finish. 126.
You can't get a better fill than that.
Class B bowlers go like Class A bowlers. 135, 126. The number 1 seed. Dan Esdale leads number 7 seed. Mike Capone by 9. Along with Bob Lee, Dan Castle, Paul Grant Live. The Atlantic Campus Singles Tour. Class B, 7 Conference, Ryan and Phil Hughes in Snows, Mass. Lane 19 to start the second of 5.
And I see Benjamin is here watching from Wisconsin again. I've got the sheet right here. He has
Each bowler?
Yeah, each bowler had 3 splits. Esdale had had 5 marks, and Capone had 4.
Counting the last one, yeah.
All right, so Esdale put it on the head pin, and he's left with a 4-7-10 split. Different. He picked something up like this, the opposite before. Let's see if we can do it again.
Nothing doing. Mike had 2 spears and 2 strikes in that string, I believe, Bob. First string. Not bad for 126. Good pinning.
I see Mary Lynn is here. I haven't seen you in a while, Mary Lynn. And Bobby Brown.
The singer Bobby Brown?
Bobby Brown.
Every little step?
Well, you've bowled with Bob before.
Yeah, I know.
Carrie Ann.
Mary Lynn hung out at Central Park Lanes a lot in the Friday Night Pro League. Very fierce, competitive bowler.
Oh, yes, she is.
Hope to see her back.
She's my former teammate on Wednesday nights. Back in the days in Natick.
Second box, second string. Dan Esdale, 4 horsemen plus the 9.
We call that the Caleri. Just got to hit it clean. There's no wood to play with.
1 in 5 chance for Pro Bowl without wood.
Oh, boy.
Low network won't go.
He took everything but the head pin that time. That was a good bid, but just missed the object to the left slightly.
5 spares, 1 striking at 135, 126 win. 9, 16 through 2 on the second of 5. To join the Atlanta Candlepin Singles Tour next season, including a brand new Class D. Class C going its second year. Message Danny Finn, Finn, on Facebook Messenger, or right here at Ryan Filming Business, Phyllis Matz in Maine, Matt Huff, and Mark Weber in the inaugural season, 16 teams.
We have a lot of fun on the ACS Tour. This is just finished up my 3rd or 4th year in the tour, and can't brag about my record, but I've met a lot of new friends, bowled in a lot of different houses, and we've had a good time. It's really been fun watching this evolve from my first year when we had maybe 15 bowlers, 15, 18 bowlers, and now we've got 96 bowlers in total.
Amazing. Over 1,008 matches, I believe. Danny Finn, if I'm right, scheduled this year.
Enjoy yourself.
7, 23 through 3. Funny game.
All right, so Dan's cooled off a little bit for now, so he wants to mark out of this half.
High triple, 409, high 5, 636, high single, 158. Over 38 years, Finley bowled.
So he's going to take a little mental break here and just regroup. Try to get back into this. He just slowed down a little after a really hot first game.
He upped the ball first. It's the home bowler. Home bowler decides what lanes to start on. And you decide whether they bowl first or second.
Most bowlers will opt to go second, and I'm one that will. When I'm home, I like to see what I need to get.
Big break there, the 10 pin for a spare.
And it shouldn't make any difference because you're always just bowling each ball at a time, but there's something psychological about seeing what I need to pick up.
He's got wood to help. And he's got it for a spare.
There you go.
33 in a ball through 4 here in the second. First mark of the string.
That little breather he took probably helped a lot there. He just needed to get his focus
Just
back.
got to slow yourself down sometimes.
Yep.
I was the same way. Rush your shots and bad fills.
Yep. Sometimes I'll do the same. Just step back, close my eyes a second, take a breath. All right. Now,
37 through 4.
off on a 3-pin on that. He's got 4 horsemen left plus 2. It's makeable, but it's not easy. It's like half a rack.
1, 4, 7, 8. Won the first, 135, 126, 9,
All right.
47 half.
So he's under par on that half, but his last couple of boxes were a little better.
Mike Capone, number 7 seed, bowling second today. Down 9 in the match.
All right, well, he's at 45. There was a error on the score.
45, making up 47.
Yep, 45 at the half. Mike Capone's coming up on lane 19. And he's down 9 in the match so far.
So 54 to tie the match, 55 to take the lead. Again, 5-string total format. We had an overtime for earlier last year, Dan. Absolutely. Number 6 seed, Danny Finn, number 7, Jordan Britton. A must-see match on the ACST Facebook page or Candlepin Mowing Network.
Yeah, that was a great match. That was a great match.
Absolute thriller. Unbelievable finish.
Tied in total pins after 5 games.
Danny was great last year. A tough year this year, but he was terrific last year. He had a tough start again and ended up being number 6.
We've seen some people come out of the woodwork, so to speak, that have put on some really great performances this year.
90 and 36 in the second half of the season. He beat Dan Conti in the first round. He's now in Class A. Had a good year, too. That's the 5th seed.
All right. Just off of that, yep. Now he's up against the 7 box, but he wants to pick up as much as he can. And And he played the same strategy I would have, which is just not even go at the head pin, just go to the left and try to pick up a bunch, and it worked really well. He got a 9 on that. So 9-7 after 1.
Kept 2 in the string, down 7 in the match.
Box 2. That was in the pocket. Almost looked like it was going to be a bad split, but some late action left just the 4-pin with some wood in front of it.
There should be a layup.
Oh, I never count on those anymore. I've missed a lot of layup shots.
Right on it, spare in the second. 19 the ball through 2, up 3 in the string. Can take the lead in the match.
Mike
Down
Capone
6 right now.
did not miss the layup. Hey, Steve Carden, I see you're there. DeCian, Sarah Wright. I don't think I said hello to you before. And Jeff Smith.
Sarah both at League of Lance National going Class D next year. She's bought a voucher too. Thank you, Sarah. And that got away, but he gets 4 in the spare. Not happy with that shot. 23 through 2. The match is 2 pins for Dan Esdale.
He's got a fairly makeable spare. That would between the 2 and the 4 may be helpful.
The $10 to take the lead in the match. Nice shot, got it.
And how about a spare?
The hard way.
So that gives Capone the lead in this game.
33 in the ball through 3.
I expect the lead to go back and forth throughout the 5 strings with these guys. I've seen these guys bowl a lot.
Nice to sit down and call a match for a change. Usually my feet.
Yeah. I'm too old.
Strike on spare! Wow! What a shot! Crushed the pins. 43 through 3. 53 plus 2 through 4.
Mike Capone making a statement.
3 marks in a row.
Now he's at 53 and 2 balls.
On the crossover, 7, maybe 8. 6 goes.
How about 9?
3 holds up, the 3 and the 10. A mini split.
So 8 on the first ball. He's got just the 3 and the 10 to shoot out with some wood in between them. Not perfectly angled, but it still might work.
There's 110.81 this season. For another mark, he's got 4 in a row. Spare on strike. 63 through 4. A 73 out plus 1. Wow.
I've seen Capone throw some really big games this year.
5 spares, 3 strikes, and 15 boxes. Class B, folks.
I see Carrie Ann has joined us. Sad that the TikTokers aren't here tonight.
Trey and Caitlin's doing a great job on TikTok. Tony Vec also. Academy Lanes, Club 125.
We get some huge viewerships on that.
Tony Vec, the Magic Man, the number 1 seed, Class C, Northern Conference. Bowen Jeff Little, number 7 seed, a date to be determined.
All right, Dan Esdale coming up on lane 20. He's at 46 after 5, so he's down in his game. He needs to pick it up. And ball was off on the 2, but he got some great action on that, throwing at 31 miles an hour at the at the pins, I'm sorry. And he's dropped everything but the 1 and the 3.
That's right.
No, just off. Not by even half an inch, I think.
Mike Capone, 27 the string plus a spare. Up 18 in the match. Esdale 10, 50-66.
Mike only left 1 pin standing that whole time.
Be sure to like and follow his, hit the subscribe button to the ACST Facebook page, and while you're at it, Cameron Camoli Network on Facebook and on YouTube. Over 610 videos in climbing. Executive producer Bob Lee.
And Ryan Prowse has joined us. Hello, Ryan.
Esdale steals a couple. Center triangle, 5, 8, 9. Wood to help on the spare.
Pretty good result off that ball.
Spare, rather.
Yeah, going for a spare. He's got the 5, 8, 9, and wood in front of it. Let's see what happens.
56 coming in here. And it won't go. Unbelievable. Thought he had it.
8 pin decided to stick around. He went a little to the right on the wood.
What a Steve Reno senior put Velcro on that one.
9 box.
9. 65 through 7, the second of 5. Atlantic Candlepin singles to a Class B Southern Conference semifinals. Again, the winner of this match takes a number 3 seed Mike Legendre or number 5 seed Mike DiGianni. That'll be a war, that match.
Oh, just out of the pocket, not by much at all. And he's left with a Cleary right, 5 on the first ball.
Very first if they're talking themselves. Everything wrong in that first pin. 135, 126. 5 spares, 1 strike, just 1 spare here in the second. And opening with the 1, 8, 10.
Yep, went to the right of the head pin. Left on the first ball, right on the second ball. Got it that time. Just an 8.
Nothing to show for it. 73 to 8. Number 1 seed trails in the string, trails in the match.
Oh my goodness.
1-5 sent to Worcester out. Great playoff matches. A lot of 1-2 pin matches, 4 pin matches. Nice bid. Almost. Look at this. Does it go?
Got it. Wow, what a mark.
On the dominoes. Dominoes delivers. Spare. A hard play. Wow.
That's a spread eagle plus 2 pins, and he brought it around perfectly.
That's good. Great Saturday. I think that can get him going here.
That's one for the highlight reel.
It's an amazing shot. A 1-5 center Worcester. On the bonus, 8, the 4 and 7.
Still moving. So
91 through 9.
that was huge. He's got a spare opportunity here. 4 and a 7. Piece of wood out in front.
The back to back.
No, he's trying to go around that wood. I didn't like the angle of that either. I don't blame him. But just missed the 4 pin. Be over 100 anyway.
We finished up strong though. 135 in the first, 10, 101 second, 236 through 2 for the number 1 seed in Class B South, Dan Esdale. Mike Capone, 73 half, working on a spare on lane 20 here in Millis. Bookie birthday parties here also, 22 lanes to bowl. Have a great time. Ryan Film Users in Yarmouth, Mass. And here in Millis, Mass.
Yeah, this is a great place. It's well run. One of the best run places I've seen.
I'll run the bear 3 tournaments a year right now.
Yep. Pack this place when that happens.
Spare, on the nose. 10 won't go. Triangle.
6
4,
in the
7,
fill.
79 half for the number 17.
We have the 4, 7, 8, and 10. Triangle. He's got to kick something over to take that 10 pin out.
Not going to use it. We'll use the wood.
He's using the wood.
He does. Almost.
Wow, what a bid.
What a try.
Oh, there's only 2 ways to shoot that. Either take the wood or go over the triangle and try to kick it over. He opted for the wood.
It's not his 5th mark in a row.
And that 10 pin is stuck in place. It'll be taken out by the sweeper. You know what, Paul? The sweeper always wins. So if you don't get the pins down, the sweeper takes them out for sure. Interesting philosophy, huh? All right, coming in at box 7. He's at 88 after 6.
There's 5 spares. 3 strikes in the match.
All right, he's got to clear. He left. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8 or 9. Sorry. Just takes the 1 and a 9, so it'll be open in box 7. There's some banging down there behind the lanes.
It's not the thunderstorm. 9 for Capone, 97 through 7, the second of 5, up 32 in the string, up 23 in the match. Up gets a 9, spare 8, and 10. Lost the first, 135, 126.
Strings don't matter,
Oh, it's good. This time it's the opposite triangle, the 6, 9, 10.
though. Strings don't matter, just total pinfall. So he's got the 6, 9, 10 triangle to work on.
You're right. Let's go less than 1 and 2 times. For Class A bowlers, it's a Class B.
Hard to tell the difference. Hard to tell the difference these days.
I know. 9, 10, and 10, 107 through 8, second string of 5. And joining late, the winner of this match takes on number 3 seed Mike Legendre or Mike DiGianni out of Central Park Lane, East Boston, Mass. They'll be here at Ryan Film Users. Mike, the 3 seed, Mike DiGianni, the 4 seed. Legendre, the third seed.
So hello, Brian Fournier, and Benjamin Witz asks if he can use the sweeper as his tag team partner.
11 drop. There's a doll for Candle Fits for Cancer. Bowls agree on the 4-6 pin for the match. 5 on the mark. Wearing a doll with a charity. Now 5 for Miss Malone and 10 the Wild Shirts so far.
Now he needs to throw a strike ball to pick up the spare.
Candle for Cancer is a 501c3 charity. Candle for Bowlers, Candle for Bowlers going through cancer treatments. Two forward. And look at this. Take a picture of this one, folks. 2, 3,
7-10.
7-10. Wow.
No wood. If this goes, that would be amazing.
6, 113 through 9. Up 22 in the string, 13 in the match. Three strings to go into this box, Dan.
Yep, he made an attempt at that one. Some would say that it might be better to just take a couple of pins, but he was going for it.
Right in the pocket, 7 is a castle lead, Dan likes to call it. The 5 right, 4-7 left. Back in the day, Mike was an integral part of the team that won the yearly Coca-Cola tournament at Bowlerway in East Weymouth. Also finished second in the Massachusetts Class B men's doubles.
Well, Paul says this resembles when you castle in chess, which I agree with.
I was more of a checkers guy growing up. My father's a big checkers player.
I was a chess guy, and I also played a lot of backgammon in college.
Yahtzee was my game, Yahtzee.
That too. We did that a lot when I was a kid. I think that's a $9.
Skillable.
You still do that? Are you kidding?
No, not too often. I did it once. The company came over recently, but once a year on average.
I swear every time we get together at a gathering and to bring it, you practice because you smoke everybody.
The garage rather.
All right, Mike Capone. His second game is 122, so he's actually a little behind his first game. He's had a 126 in his first game.
248 to 236, a 12-pin lead. 3 strings to go. You watch the Atlanta Candleton Singles Tour Class B Southern Conference Playoffs Semifinals. Ryan Family Business, Millis, Mass. On the Atlanta Candleton Singles Tour or ACST Facebook page.
So if this match was in the regular season, we'd be at 2 points apiece, but that's not how it works in the playoffs.
I'm Paul Gunn with Dan Castle and Bob Lee, and the technology and controls as always. Great job, Bob Lee. Esdale, the home bowler, going first, has the 4-10 split. Starting the third of 5.
All right, this could be an interesting shot.
7 spears, 1 strike in the match.
He's going to have to take something off the wall, I think. Can't cut it over directly, but
Ride stops in his tracks and rolls away.
Yeah, that's what he did. He tried
to get it first. He did
bounce off. That's all you can do. There's never a guarantee in this game, but
that's a great song. That's all I can do. The Cars.
Yeah.
The Candy-O album. Great album. Great song. The Cars. Maybe a classic Cars tribute band now.
There you go.
9 through 1 in the third of 5.
I was listening to Golden Earring today. That takes you back a couple of years.
You're a big Harry Chapin fan too, right?
Yeah.
My guy's Paul Davis. I Go Crazy, Queen, 65 Love Affair.
Well,
Mike loved 65 Love Affair.
I liked them. I was a big Harry Chapin fan. I met Harry back in the 70s. Yep, I covered a lot of his songs myself in my own performances. And when I met Harry, I mentioned my uncle because my uncle was a professional musician and had told me he knew Harry, and I found out from Harry that my uncle was his first lead guitar player.
Classic hit, Taxi.
Taxi was his first big hit, in 1971.
Taxi was popular too as well.
Still is.
There's the open second box, third string for Millis.
And of course, we lost Harry in 1981 at the age of 38 in a car accident.
In Boston, wasn't it?
Nope, it was on the Long Island Expressway.
On his way to Boston.
Nope, he was on his way to do a charity. He was doing a charity concert on Long Island, and he got rear-ended by a tractor trailer. Yeah.
19 through 2. Number 1 seed trails match by 12 coming in.
His brothers still perform. His daughter performs, and he's got a big charitable organization. No, she's a fifth cousin. His daughter's name is Jen Chapin. His brother's Tom and Steve. Hey. All right, we're at 19 after 2 for Dan Esdale. He's opened both boxes.
166 and 86 in regular season, number 1 seed.
That ball I thought might have been a strike on the way down. It was looking good.
A lot of these leaves today.
Caleri again on the right-hand side. That was a name for Bob Caleri. He was one of the great bowlers. He used to bowl with us in Natick.
Well, Vic Kimrowski in the audience. I want to see a Kimrowski special tonight. Haven't seen it.
Yeah. I'll have to put him on the mic, but he never wants to go on the mic.
Yeah. I got him on last time in the match. Tim Douglas and Justin Waters.
Oh, yeah.
Great match.
Well, we might be seeing that again.
Possible potential conference finals. Let's get 9, 28 through 3. Again, to join the Atlantic Camp and Semifinals Tour next season, I'll be in the waiting list. Danny Finn on Facebook Messenger, or Ryan, Tim Music, Camillus Fast, and me, Matt Huff, or Mark Weber.
So to get to the playoffs, there's 18 rounds each bowler has to go through. So every couple of weeks, they're going to bowl a match. We travel between different lanes.
There's the Kimrowski special. Rick here in attendance. The signature shot in his glory days. Of course, everybody teased him, right? That's what he missed the head pin. But the pro rate is 36%. He did higher than that, he said yesterday. So we called the Kimrowski special.
And he had a pretty good season this year. He just missed making the playoffs.
35.9% right now.
Yep. Rick had a pretty good season this year. He just missed making the finals. It came down to the last night, and that was a match where we did a doubleheader, and he did well, but Mike Capone solidified his spot and bumped a couple of other people out. Close to, so Rick had a good season this year.
70 in November. By the way, we put $1 on our team pool. We got the Forceman leave. We put $1 in the pool. And that's my inspirational luggage drop pool. True story.
So Esdale's followed up that first 9 box with 2 10s, and he's at 38 after 4. And he's got a bit of a mess here. A check mark left plus 2 to the right. So 2, 4, 7, 5, 6, and 10. I'm thinking you got to go somewhere around that 2 pin and make a lot of pins fly around. Dan throws about a 30-mile-an-hour ball, so that's enough to make things move. That's what he's doing.
What a try! Almost!
Everything but the 6. So I don't think he could have hit it any better than that. Nothing to be ashamed of on that shot. That's just a tough one. But he did a great effort on it. And a 10 box. So Esdale's at 48 after 5. Open all the way. He only left 2 pins standing.
Halfway through his match. And number 7 seed Mike Capone leads the match by 12 pins.
And I see Ashley Breton has joined us. Hi, Ashley. And Lane Britton. Hello, Lane. Didn't get to bowl against you this year.
Thank you for watching on Atlantic Kennel and Singles Tour page. Please share the Kennel Chat, your favorite website. Oh, now Kennel Bowling Network.
Yep, I see the spare mark, so Bob needs to clean that up. I'll mention it to him when he comes back here.
All right, thanks for the feedback.
And Mike Capone starts off with a Caleri.
The 6th time we've seen that right now.
In box 1. And Bob, somebody's mentioning a superfluous spare mark in Mike's box there.
Capone inside, the 1 and the 8. The 8 goals, just a head pin standing.
Oh, I hate it when the head pin's the last one up. That's supposed to be the first one to go.
Lost the first, 135, 126. Won the second, 122, 101. 248, 236. 12 pin lead through 2, now 13 in the match with the 10-9 lead, box to box.
All right, so Dan was open all 5 boxes this round.
We have 3 10s and 2 9s.
There you go.
Not a full house like it usually is here nights during the summer.
That's right. We fill this place up a lot. Weekends during
Crossing over.
the winter and the fall, it's packed in here.
3 5 6, 3 5 10 rather.
All right.
Right, 5 to the left, 10 to the right. Wood to possibly up behind. Can he get it? Just missed the object pin.
Got the wood.
Took it. It won't go.
That wood was a funky angle, but he missed the object pin on that shot, so he needed to do that. Now he's got just the 3 and the 10. Got to come off the wall, I think.
Mike Capone field goal for an 8. 18 through 2, down 1 in the string, up 11 in the match. In this 5-string conference finals, ACST Class B South.
All right, looking for the first mark of this game.
Beautiful ball, strike!
And there it is.
Thunderous shot, 28 plus 2 through 3. Wow! His 4th strike of the match. To go to 5 spares.
So now they're tied so far, but he's got 2 field balls. It's 28 in the ball and 2. Put him ahead in his string.
Looking for double. That looks good, but look at this.
Wow.
Tough lead to 5-9 middle.
That's not
7-10.
That's a different kind of wow on that because he was
That's
in
a
the
bad
pocket.
wow.
Yeah, he was in the pocket on that. He's got the 5, 7, 9, and 10. This would be a highlight reel if he makes it.
Would you play the wood here?
No, I'm going for the 5 on the right side.
I'd play the wood. If I get blank action, but
Yeah, that's a good point. That's why I'm in the C division and not the B division.
I actually had a dream last night I was bowling. I had an injury. I haven't bowled the last 2.5, 3 years. And I dreamed I had to bowl in a tournament to stream a match. And then they were short bowlers, so I was practicing. I was putting the 7 and 10 pin in warm-ups. And the dream ended.
I think you can come back to bowling. I've been bowling with injuries all year, and it hasn't been good sometimes, but
Capone,
if I can do it, you can do it.
43 through 4, 5 in the string, 17 in the match. Number 7 seed leads the number 1 seed. Great crowd in the end at Ryan's. Beautiful ball again. Third hit the diamond plus the 10.
And both bowlers have a left to right break on their ball.
Diamond's low for Class A bowlers. These are B bowlers go just over 1 in 4 times without wood. Stats provided by Camp Bowling Network. He slips. It's going to be on the line. And we're going to the 10. No.
Now he hit it about right.
And that's not bad for slipping and getting 4 down.
And he kept his arm going the right way, and he didn't go over the line. So if you're not a candlepin bowler, you may not be aware that if you do fall and you go over the line, it doesn't matter. It's still a foul.
Yep.
You lose that ball. And a 9 box. So Mike Capone is at 52 after the half. He's up 4 pins on Dan Esdale, who's at 48 after the half.
And 16 pin lead the match. And halfway through the match, Paul Grant, Dan Castle, Bob Lee on Camp Bowling Network, the ACST Facebook page. Please share your favorite website. A great Southern Conference match, Class B, Conference Semifinals.
And we'll bring in Bob Lee for a comment.
Well, we are at the half, and the score is 300 to 284. That is 300 for Mike Capone. The leads by 16. On his way to a 600, if you project it up.
And there it is. That break was a good thing for him. Sit down for a minute.
Good things will happen.
Yep.
For the most part on the head pin. Great way to start the second half of the third stream. Back to Dan Castle and play that play.
Yep. Neither of these bowlers can you count out. And they're both feel they're sticking a little bit. Dan wants to put a little substance on his shoes.
That's the second strike of the match. There's 5 spares, 1 strike in the first, 2 spares, no strikes in the second. Mike Capone, 2 spares, 2 strikes in the first, 3 spares, 1 strike in the second.
So he's going to check his slide.
Strike here in the third.
I think it's prudent to check your slide before every time.
That's Killing for Cancer with the last strike of that initial Killing for Cancer with Bob Demir. Everybody laughed at me because I did a test slide, but I was control the ball.
Conditions change between bowlers,
Always do a test slide.
and I'm too old to face plant nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, Esdale on a strike.
Going for a double.
Well, he was on the right-hand pocket. He's getting some more action. 7 in the first ball.
Broke up the hay bale, 2-4-7. Working the strike, lane 20.
Brendan Litchfield is giving some encouragement to Dan Esdale. He's got a 2-4-7. He's got a piece of wood in front, hoping it flattens out, I think.
He'll be turning 40 years young a week from today. Happy early birthday, Dan Esdale. He's a terrific guy.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting it. I've enjoyed getting to know Dan a lot this year, and Mike too. They're both great.
Spare and strike. We got it.
All right, that's a great way to come back here. 20 bucks.
68 through 6, 78 ball through 7, the third of 5. Conference semifinals.
This is why Dan is the number 1 seed.
And a great matchup, number 3, Mike Legendre, Mike DiGianni coming up soon. One of that plays, one of this match in the conference finals.
Oh, look at this. All right, broke up the castle. He's got just a 6 and a 10. 8 and a fill, 86 after 7.
Over 3 in a row.
Is he playing the wood, do you think?
Right at it. He's playing the wood, though.
It's on the wood. And it worked. Good call.
I always try to go for the pin if I can. Would help him there. 3 marks in a row.
I agree. And that's what I've always been taught. And
86 through 7, 96 in the ball from 8.
sometimes when you see it up there and you just know that that'll take it.
9 spares, 2 strikes in the match.
Right. On the fill.
Raise the pocket, 7, 2, 9, 10. Possible piece of wood to help.
Little light hit here. 7 in the fill gives him 103 after 8. Big comeback now.
55 in his last 3. Oh, what a try.
Almost.
Going back. Right off on it. Hit the 9, wouldn't go. That would have been 4 in a row.
I've seen Dan read the wood very effectively.
10, 113 through 9 in the third.
It's a huge comeback. Hasn't left a single pin in this half. And off of 48 half, he's looking pretty good right now.
Scores on your screen. Dan won the first, 135, 126. Lost the second, Mike Capone, 122, 101. Down 12 coming in.
Box 10. All right, he dodged a spread eagle that time because it looked like that's what we were looking at, but he's got the 247 again.
Class A bowlers, Dan, these go just a hair over 1 and 2 times without wood. Stats by Kenneth Moore Network. And 2 printers also.
No doubt about that. That's a spare in the 10th, 123 plus a ball. 4 out of 5 marks in the second half.
It's like their first string.
I tell you what, when you're having a game where you have one big half, I'd rather have it in the second half than the first half.
He pinned great in that first half.
He did. He only left 2 pins up. And 7, that gives him 130.
130. Second 130 string. 135 first, 101 second, 130 in the third. 366 for number 1 seed, Dan Esdale. That's a leap year, Daisy, 366.
That's right.
This year.
So don't count either of these guys out if they have a half that's not great. So
Class A bowlers next year, I believe.
yeah, that's in 82 half. Nothing wrong with that.
Capone, 4.
So
6.
Capone's at 52 after 5. So after 5 in this game, he was up by 4, but he's up against a huge half here. So he's got to mark early and mark often. How about this? I thought that was going to be a spare. He was right where he wanted to be on that, but he's left with a 5, 9, 10.
6 box, third string from Millis, Mass.
And it's a 9. 61 after 6, and now he's down in a string.
Mr. Kimrowski here, Rick Kimrowski special. Mr. Rick Kimrowski, former teammate of mine, great, one of the most clutch balls I've ever seen growing up.
And my state's teammate and good buddy. Good to see you here, Rick. You look tan. All right.
Look at this. Here's the 8 left, 6, 9 to the right. Rick, how you playing this shot? Playing the wood, obviously. You going high right in that wood? I put in the middle usually. He didn't hear you. 6 and the 8. Want to try some play-by-play, Rick?
No.
Now, tell the viewers how the Kimrowski special originated.
It originated from my old bowling partner, Paul Grant.
Don't know the guy. Field goal for an 8, 69 through 7 in the third. Dan Esdale leads the match by 1. Go ahead, Rick, sorry.
We haven't seen one of those tonight.
No, we've been looking for him.
no.
We've seen some. I don't know if you can hear me on the mic over here, but we've been looking for him. We've had a number of Caleries, which is the Kimrowski special plus one.
Well, I'll count those. Those aren't real Kimrowski specials. A true Kimrowski special is the 1, 2, 4, 7 or the 1, 3, 6, 10. Let's get it right. We put a bucket. Every time we got the force, we put a bucket in the pool.
Dan's new at the game.
And
Give him a break.
And that was the inspiration for the lemon drop pool. Let it try. And Dan Esdale leads the match.
This match is back and forth.
I told you from the first box that that's what's going to happen with these guys.
Yeah.
They're very closely matched.
Rick, you made so many clutch shots. Martine, you bailed us out so many times. Just clutch bowler growing up.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
79th win with that 10th, Mike Capone. All of a sudden, he's down 26 in the string, 10 in the match.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but Rick, you've been doing pretty well this season. I know you've been not always happy, but you've had a pretty good season, and you've thrown some big games this year.
Bounce back here. But I'm probably my worst enemy.
Capone 8.
I get in my own head.
And I'll tease Kevin. You let Kevin beat you by 1 pin, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I think he had 9 strikes.
Kevin's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Boxes.
Yeah.
He came out smoking.
For a spare with the wood, got it. Big spare in the 9th. 89 the ball. Throw it up.
So Capone's had 5 splits in this string so far, and 1 strike. He's thrown a pretty good ball, as Bob says.
6 spares, 4 strikes in the match. The number 7 seed, trying to get to the conference finals. 2 more strings after this. Maybe 3 if there's a tie. 1, 3, wiggling 6 and 7. 95 through 8. Down 18 in the string. Down 2 in the match, but up against a spare 7.
Just off the head pin on that one. Really need to be on when you're in this kind of match.
Needs a spare 9 to tie the match. Just missed the head pin, not by much. And that's the shots I used to make. Used to get I missed those shots by this much every time, Rick.
But you get it in the 3rd ball, Paul.
I do on the 3rd ball mostly. Missed the 2nd, maybe on the 3rd. Oh, pretty 10. 105, 3rd string. Number 7 seed. 126, 122, 105, 353. The lead is 13 for Dan Esdale. 366, 353. 2 strings to go. The Atlantic came up in singles tour. Class B, Southern Conference. Ryan Fernandez is first match. Along with Mr. Kineski Special, Rick Kineski, Dan Castle, myself, Paul Grant, and Bob Lee.
We've bowled in a Friday Night League together for a lot of years, guys. And
a lot of fun.
Rick and I are still in that league, and Paul, you'll be coming back eventually.
I don't know.
So hang on to your hats, folks,
Not
because
I like doing what I'm doing. That's a lot of fun.
this is going to be back and forth, as I predicted.
And the strike to start the 4th. Wow!
And the question is, who's going to be ahead after the 10th box in the 5th game? Because it's going back and forth.
3rd strike of the match for the number 1 seed, Dan Esdale, Mr. Arthur Whalers. I wonder if he's a Carolina Hurricane, but he's not. He's rigged me up. No.
Don't throw him off his game.
Off the double. It's good.
So close.
Covered 20 blocks and 30 plus a ball through 2.
That.
Esdale, spare on strike. 20 through 1, 30 the ball through 2, and the 4th of 5. You see a 4, it's going to clean up the special. So let's stay here.
So Esdale's come back strong since that 101 string in the 2nd.
You can tell us how to play the shots, Rick, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to be 70 years old this November. A young 70. Esdale on the spare. In the pocket, 6. He's in his twice today now. Wow. 5-9, 7-10 the bad. Wow. 36 through 2.
Yeah, we saw that exact leave just a little bit ago. Where are you shooting this, Rick?
What is that? The 5. I'm going to go at the 5 to the left. Yep. Wrong side.
I hope we go the edge of the 5 into the wood, possibly.
Yeah.
Just kick it over to the right. Not easy to go.
Yeah, with the wood, I like that. I was thinking the left side, too.
And he'll grab 1 for the short 9. 36 through 2, now 45 of the ball through 3.
All right, so he's 15 over par right now, 45 after 3. He's got a really good game going so
Excellent
far.
conference semifinal match. 1-3-69 down the 3. Rick, are you splitting the 1-3 pocket, or do you go outside? Yeah.
Either way, you gotta go.
Do you aim for the head pin, or do you aim for the pocket when you bowl? You're a left-hander?
Always the pocket.
Some balls aim for the head pin. Missed inside, off at the head pin.
Went for the pocket on the lambda.
Yeah.
Just missed. Okay, still strong half right now. And a 9 box for 54 after 4 for Esdale.
13 spares, 3 strikes in the match.
Gonna think about this shot for a minute.
Won the first, 135, 126. Lost the second, 122, 101. Rallied for 130, 105. Third string win. 366, 353 up 13 coming in.
2 games over 130.
Esdale off to the left. There it is.
it
The
is.
Kimrowski special. Rick Kimrowski made a living off the shot. Rick, how many times you make this shot? A lot.
A lot, but probably missed it more. Definitely missed it more than I make.
Obviously, but the pro rate's 36%.
You give me too much credit.
You got it. You can see him every other time when I saw you bowl. You're like a 50%er on those when I saw you bowl.
Yeah, I know. Well, I bared down more because I knew you were watching. And usually you gave me a beer when I
So,
got
Rick, you owe a dollar, Rick. You owe a $1. Ken Friends for Cancer now for that leave. That'll be a 9. 63 left. Thanks, Rick, for stopping by.
Alrighty.
Rick Kimrowski, the Kimrowski special.
All right, so Esdale stops.
Play by play, Dan Cancer.
Yeah, Esdale finishes 5th box in the 4th string with a 63. And now Mike Capone comes up, and Mike is down 13 pins in the match in completed games after being up 12 and completed after the game 2. So he's looking for a strong comeback here. Box 1, game 4. Just out of the pocket on the right-hand side on the 3 pin. He's left with a 1, 2, and 4 pin.
That's a friendly leave.
That's not a bad leave at all. Off to the left a little on the 2 pin, misses a head pin. So he'll be open in box 1. He was up against a 20 box that Dan Esdale threw, a strike and a spare. Hey, a 9 box to start.
Thanks, Al Blanchard, for your kind words.
Yeah, message me sometime,
And
Alan.
a big fan of Harry Chapin, too, Al Blanchard. Yeah, we're still trying to get that wild shirt match with you and ladies from Maine.
Yeah, Alan, message me sometime on here.
His team, the Cape, the Fall League, Winter League, they had just numbers to the team. We got to change the name of the team to the Wow team. Wow shirts.
Hi, Gretchen.
Team Wow.
Hi, Gretchen. Good to see you here.
Got the names in the back of the shirts.
So Capone dropped 6 on his first ball and misses a spare again off to the left, leaving the head pin standing alone for the 3rd ball the second time.
Al Blanchard, we got the second version of Wild shirts, 2.0 with the bowling pins on it. So you get new shirts this year for your team.
All right, now that you've trademarked Wow, I've got to come up with an expression too, Paul.
9, pair of 9s, 18 through 2, down 18 the string. All of a sudden now 31 in the match.
I'm going to be racking my brain over the summer to come up with what my key phrase is going to be. All right, Esdale's at 18 after 2. He's down 18 in the game so far. But now up against 3 open boxes. That was well into the pocket.
A tough timing leave. That back row, that pinning back the 8 in this situation left is hard to get a lot of times.
Well, his ball breaks left to right. Most right-handers break right to left. And so he put it in
Case in point, you may call your next witness.
Yeah, he put it in a right-hand pocket, which if your ball's coming in left to right, you want to be in a left-hand pocket. So that's what looked like a kind of a good possibility for a strike ball ended up being that lead. And that's a 10 box, 28 after 3 for Capone.
Down 17 the string, 30 in the match.
Well, he wants to mark here. Dan had 2 marks in the first half and then was open for 3, and now Mike's been open for 3, and if he can pick up a couple more marks, he can catch up.
Off to the right, 6, 1, 2, 4, 9. As earlier days, Mike worked up to Billy Gardner, who had great form on the lanes, would throw a smooth ball to cut pins like no other. Also a fan of Mike Vancic for his competitiveness and his even-keeled demeanor on the lanes.
Okay, and hello to Dennis Green and Timmy Douglas. Nice try on that.
Dennis Green, class act.
No doubt about that. And
His wife is awesome too.
yep, I know Sherry and Dan well.
Hello, Sherry. Capone 9, 37 through 4 open to start his fourth.
They were my teammates for a couple of years.
About 30 in the match.
And Faye Sawyer, nice to see you here.
I favorite, real nice lady on off the lanes. Formed the women's conference for cancer roll-off next Thursday, I believe, 1 o'clock, Faye, with Alicia Callie.
Okay, Esdale open for 4 boxes. Look at that. Fix that in this box, and
it's a
there it is.
that one.
That's how you fix that problem.
47 out plus 2. You're in the 5.
That was a solid strike.
So right now he's down 16 in the string, 29 in the match, minus that strike though. All green along with Bob Lee. Rick Kimrowski in the house here also. Dan Castle.
We have
On ACST Facebook page, Canopy Network, and your favorite source. Share any site you'd like. Nothing like the great game of Canopy Bowling. Think Canopy gift cards all year round. Support your local bowling centers and fall leagues are forming, so your friends can come involved in Canopy Bowling.
Well, I've had my family involved in the game the last couple of years. I have 3 generations bowling now here at Millis. So my daughter and son-in-law bowl with me on Friday Night League, and my granddaughter's bowling in the Kids League for the last 3 years or so. So trying to keep it going here.
Mike Capone has 5 strikes to match with 6 spares. Dan Esdale, 11 spares, 3 strikes to match.
All right.
Top seed bowling first. Back to Dan Castle.
Esdale coming up on box 6 after throwing a 63 half. He's off the head pin on that one a little bit, and he takes out everything but the 137. Makeable spare. You got to cut the ball or cut the head pin over. One way or the other, you have to hit the head pin.
We're going to bring a special guest here in just a moment.
Yep, and Dan just gently nudged the head pin. Was a little light on it, and that's the only pin that went. He's left with the 3 and a 7. Nice attempt to cut the 3 over. He ends up with a 9 box, 72 after 6.
It's a great second round match. We have a special guest here in the house just a minute. On his way over now. We won't tell you who. Again, that 3-pin falls down for the umpteenth time today. How about Josh Daly early today? Watch it later on Canopy Bowling Network. 189 final string, 704 series.
Amazing string in the end. He just 9 out of 10 times he was.
We call Mr. 700.
Okay, we're waiting for a reset now. We had a pin fall prematurely. And here we go. Dan's coming up on box 7, game 4. He's at 72 after 6.
Atlantic Canopy Singles Tour Class B Southern Conference Semifinals.
All right, he's off on a 3-pin and has the 4 horsemen plus the 9-pin, or what we often call the Caleri. And right on the head pin, but only takes out 2.
I'll give my seat up for Mr. Steve Senior, Mr. Hall of Fame elect.
Hello.
Right, Steve, welcome.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right.
Hi, Paul.
Esdale at 9, 81 through 7.
A pretty good match going here.
Yes, as a hit you and your father Harry in the Hall of Fame, inducted will be officially October 21st this year.
Well, in an emotional week or so, all I can say.
Well, it's well deserved.
Such a big honor.
Oh, look at that shot! Wow, strike!
Wow, what a great ball.
Esdale drops a hammer.
Ball back in the day, right?
Back in the day.
Oh, you still throw.
That's what they look like.
You still throw some good games, Steve.
91 plus 2 through 8.
Still having fun with the game. Just like you, Dan. Still out there.
And quite a resource. You give me a lot of good advice. A lot of other bowlers you help out with the kids.
Second string in the second strike in the string for Dan Esdale. Go with a spare. 4 strikes to match. 5 for Mike Capone.
Dan is pinning excellent today. Seems like every box is a 9 or better.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
He's not leaving a lot of pins out there. So he's making it tough for Mike. But both guys are bowling really, really well. It's been a great match so far.
Yeah, it's, as expected, pretty evenly matched here. Oh, he's just off on that one.
Still a big 9 fill. He wasn't off by much.
100 through 8 here in the 4th of 5. Nine, 109 through 9. Mike Capone up next after this box, working on a strike.
How'd you guys like that big 189 Josh Daly threw today?
That was amazing.
That last match we had here. We're going to call him Superman.
No, I call
Josh
him- I call-
Superman
I
Daily.
call him the
Because he's
Destroyer.
from the Daily
No, I
Planet.
call him the Destroyer. He's the Destroyer.
He's the Destroyer. Well, it's a name well deserved.
Well, he threatened the house record. He came close to getting there.
94 by Jay Cook. Larry Cook, his father, is here in attendance.
Jonathan
Tommy
Boudreaux
Hirsch, his
has,
uncle.
The 5-string record with
And Jay Cook, I get that 194 against our team.
727.
194, that's still the house record.
It's the modern house record.
Martin house record. Yeah.
Also have the 200.
Ulster at 200. Not,
We don't have the officials,
Right.
2 or what, but it was 2 something.
yeah.
I remember
The
watching
official house
that.
record is 194, though.
Okay, Esdale will be opening box 10. And a 9 box.
ACST Class A Southern Conference this year.
Still a nice solid 118 game.
Yep. So,
Should give him a nice 4-game total.
484. The number 1 seed, Dan Esdale.
yep, I agree.
Mike Capone
121
working a
clip.
strike, 47 plus 2.
121 average for 4 games. That's fantastic.
Right now, Mike's down 29 in the match. We're on strike.
He's on a strike. He's got an opportunity now with Dan throwing a 118 after throwing some 130 games.
Mike needs to do a little something here. He wants to have that momentum going into that 5th and final game. And he wants to chop the lead, Dan's lead down a little bit as well. See if he can build up some confidence with a big half here.
Just off the head pin a little bit, but not by much, and has a Caleri rate. We've seen a lot of Caleries today.
Tough shot to get that back pin.
Valiant effort on that one. So 7 fill leaves him with a 54 half.
Right now, down 9 in the string, 22 in the match.
Steve, where were you? Is it going to go?
He hit the 10 pin, it wouldn't go.
Wow. Fallen.
Have you
Yeah.
ever done it before, Steve? Hit the pin like that?
Oh, yeah. I think every bowler's done that at one
61
one time or
through
another.
6, down
Probably more than once. Many
7
times.
bucks, that's correct.
61 through 7, now 11 in the string, 24 in the match. Plenty of time left. 5-string total pinfall is all that matters.
He's got 14
Right
more
to
One
the
cards.
goes
conference
down, but
finals.
don't forget he's going against a big strike with a 9 fill. Oh, he's got to try to get that back as well.
Yep. Mike's capable.
So has it hit you that you're going to be in the Hall of Fame?
It's a funny feeling. It hasn't hit me yet. I don't think.
Look at this.
What a shot for Spears! What a great
Outstanding!
That was
Great shot,
a 1-7-8-9, and he took the 7 pin. The ball came off the wall and came back and took it.
I had the pleasure of filling in on Mike's team on the Wednesday night league over the winter season, and he's just a great teammate and a great partner. I seen him make a lot of nice shots like that. That could be the big one to get him going. He's on it.
All right.
It's a big 9.
Broke up the split. 9 in the fill. He gives him 80 after 7.
What's
He's
the boy gonna do?
only down
One
a
in the string.
pin.
Lousy
14 in the match.
Well, he's got to consider this shot here.
You're gonna go at it just like it was in there. Try to hit it up top. Try to drive the cap in.
Yeah, you're going to try to cap that, I
If you
think.
get it on the side, hopefully it comes off the wall. And
Oh,
it didn't.
tough break,
It
low
didn't.
block.
He had to hit it up top on the cap.
All right, so he's open in
Tough
that
break.
8th
That was
box.
a good ball. That was a tough break. But he kept pace with that strike that Dan had thrown.
It's a strike 9 in this box. That's a tough Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. 10, 90 through 8. Down
Right.
10 in the string.
He's got,
23 in the match.
he's got 2 open boxes here to work against.
Big,
So
big,
a couple
big
of marks
frames for
here,
him.
a couple of marks
Absolutely.
here, and he's right back in it.
Only 23 down. He can really make his life a lot easier with a mark or 2 here.
Easy.
All right.
That's a tough shot.
Not great action. He's got the 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9.
You know, you can hit this shot really heavy and have it carry, or you can hit it light in the pocket and make that head come off the wall.
5 standing.
He needs to pin out here.
Yeah,
It's an important 8-9 box. You don't want to leave too many pins up on the plate standing.
Top 7, 97 through 9. Now 12 in the string, 25 in the match. 1 string left after this next box.
Big 10 frame. Be nice to cut that lead under 20.
and greetings to Rob Lenahan, who's joining us in the
Hey, Rob.
10th box of the
Really good
4th
bowler.
game.
Very good bowler.
We missed you. We missed you Tuesday, Rob.
He was in South Carolina. I don't know if he's still there or not.
He's putting the uprights here, the 1, 2, the 7, 9.
I'm gonna try to hit the head pin. You're gonna play the head pin. You can play the pocket. There's a couple of ways that this shot will carry. The thing is, you gotta hit the object pin to give it a chance. Whether it's full, light, you gotta hit the object. Just missed that.
And a 9 box, so Mike Capone closes with a 106.
4:59 through 4. All of a sudden, it's a 25-pin lead in the match for number 1 seed Dan Esdale. 1 string to go. Steve Reno Sr. in the house, Hall of Fame elect, with his father Harry Reno, Dan Castle, Bob Lee on Candlepin Network and the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour.
I'm
Facebook page.
so happy for my father. We tried to get Dad in a few times. He was always up against a great class elect, throughout the years that we tried. I'm so happy for my father. I got to see him do a lot of great things, and I really believe he deserves it. I love my dad. I'm gonna get all choked up now, guys. I knew that would happen at some point, but he's my dad, he's my hero. So I couldn't be more proud. It's a very, very special moment for the Reno family.
Class act.
Sorry, guys.
You're a class act, Steve.
Well, we're proud of you,
I'm
Steve.
not a class act.
Keep
I'm
it
not,
real.
Paul.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
I'm a regular guy. I've had my ups and downs.
Join the club.
I've been at the top of this game, and I've been at rock bottom. And sometimes life can really beat you up. But I'm a regular guy. I'm not anybody special. I'm trying to get back to this game that I love. I found a really nice home here in Millis and making so many nice friends. It's just a pleasure to be out here.
All right, I can ask you a question. The pins are flying here. Tell us why the pins are flying here. They told me you made a mistake.
Oh.
Clean the lanes. Tell the story to our viewers.
Well, I try to. I always clean the plates every week, anyways. You want me to tell that story
Yes,
again, huh?
yes.
Oh, I used a shoe spray down there
By accident.
thinking it was a dry silicone can.
Oh, look at
When I
that.
wiped it all off with a rag. It left a coating. It was very slippery. And I kind of been just doing that ever since. So the lanes are clean and disinfected all at the same time. As stupid as it sounds, but it does leave a really slick surface. And then I put a nice coat of dry silicone. And the pinfall's been excellent.
So that was a great 9 spare for Dan Esdale. He had 9 in the first box, spare in the second. He's at 19 plus a ball. He was all over that single pin.
Dan's been bowling, like I said, very steady all night. He's pinning. It's like a 9 or a 10 every frame.
4 and a fill that time. That was a 4 and a fill for 23 after 2.
I want to thank you guys for having me tonight. This was nice. It was nice to have a couple of matches here. It has been kind of a quiet day today.
It's always great to see you, Steve Reno Sr. You're welcome to join us anytime.
Thank you very much.
And
I'm going to turn it back over to you guys.
You are a class act, a great story of redemption.
Thank you. And I love my bowling family. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll see you October 21st.
And Esdale closed box 3 with an 8 for 31 after 3.
That was a Kodak moment.
And Dan's regrouping a little bit.
31
Wasn't
to
happy with
3.
that box. And coming in to do this last 2 boxes, the first half of the 5th game. And we have completed 4 games. Esdale has a 25-pin lead in total over Capone. That ball, he's on the 2-pin. Takes out 6. And he has the 1, 3, 6, and 9 to shoot at. The lambda, as Bob says, after the Greek letter lambda.
Some great bowling all year in this conference. Glenn Gill, Mike Legendre, Mikey DiGianni, Phil Clough, Dave Edison.
Oh, just off the head pin on that one.
Kevin Dietrich in the playoffs. Now in the conference semifinals. Who will be standing after this 5th and final string? Could it be overtime? 9, 40 through 4.
And Dan wasn't very happy with that one.
And Mike Legendre, number 3 seed, host number 4 seed, Mike DiGianni. coming up sometime this next week or so. It's a match. Cannot cover Mike. Sorry. 4 to 5 matches next week. Plus the ladies' conference of cancer roll out for next year.
We're talking about scheduling on that one right now, so I'll let you know.
Esdale on the nose for a strike. He's got
Yeah,
it.
it is. It's gone.
He's got 5 strikes to the match. So doesn't Mike Capone. Wow.
The 6 pin, the last for fall on that one. He sits down with 50 and 2 balls.
In Class B bowlers, folks, the Class A average is .9 for a 120 league bowler. For strikes, they're above the minimum. Stats by Kenneth Moore Network. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's always free, never a charge. Over 610 videos in climbing. Subscribe free. Get your friends and family to subscribe also. YouTube, Kenneth Moore Network.
All right, Capone hoping to come in and win this string by 26 pins or better. So he's got some work to do.
25 down the match.
Esdale just has to hold on. All right.
Eagle.
Yeah, he almost had an eagle there, but got a break. So just a 2, 4, 7. Try to get a spare in a first.
And he got it.
Beautifully done. That's how you do that. Perfectly shot. Bobby's up.
Mike is back on his object. He took a little break from hitting his head pins in the 4th box. I don't know if you noticed that. He had the strike and the 9 drop. Everything else was wide. So that was right on the money, and I think you're in for a good last string.
This could come down to the wire. That's what Mike's trying to make happen. Fill ball in a second. A little late action. Maybe some of that shoe cleaner is helping Mike here. So 8 in the fill.
He polished up the 4 and 7. 18 through 1. Up 9 the string. Down 16 in the match. He's up against a mark 4 here now. He bounced it right.
That ball came out of his hand a little early. So he's left with a 1-2 still for a 10 box. But right now he's up 9 in this string and hoping to maintain his lead. He will after this box. There's a 9 box. 27 after 2. He's up 4 pins in a match. He needs to be up 26 to win. In the string, I'm sorry. Yep. Thank you.
I know what you meant. I do it all the time.
Hey.
My guys, my mouth is in the future, my brain's in the past.
Yep, never count on my words for accuracy. Sometimes you just have to go with it.
Another 3-pin to break. This time it's the 1-3-6.
Makeable spare.
Yeah. Made the last one.
You got to get ahead here. Last chance for Mike. Oh, went wide.
Stop himself.
All right, get a 10, go to the next box. That's what you want to do here. My philosophy of life has been guided by candlepin bowling. That last ball doesn't matter. It's the next ball you throw that does.
And that's a Paul Green special. Another good time for that. Miss the second, make the third. 10, 37 through 3, up 6 in the string, down 19 in the match. Up against a 9 and a strike. So 2 nights for help.
And that was a good example of keeping your head in the game after you throw a bad ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just think about what the next ball you're going to do.
How many have we seen now, Dan? About 12?
At least. I've been getting a bunch of them lately, too, myself.
Nothing like the great game of Kenneth Moore. Invite your friends to bowl. Kenneth Bowling, Kenneth gift cards. A great way to do it all season long. Help support your local bowling centers. Invite your friends to bowl in the fall.
Look at this. Oh, close to making that. Really wanted to get that. He did everything he could do. He's right where he wanted to be, and the 6-pin did not get hit by that piece of wood sliding across the deck.
He's still up in the string. He's up against a strike in the 5th box.
We know Capone can throw strikes. It's 9 box, 46 after 4, up 6 in completed boxes. He's up against a strike in the 5th. Needs to match it.
Down 19 in the match.
So he's gained a little ground, but he needs to match his strike.
We got a special guest here with a certain shirt on.
Oh, not what he wanted to have happen. He punched out.
Bought the WOW shirt, the blue one with the bowling pins. He was power on the white. Should have bought it earlier.
I don't know if that would have changed the 705-78 team that we were bowling against. Would have made a difference.
Don't you feel like you're
Capone trying to spare.
Carlos, you have friends to buy me too. Spread the word.
I will. Look at this. Where did
Capone will be open in the 5th.
But you really put the time in, doing a great job.
I appreciate it. It's been, like I said, maybe when me and Anthony picked this house, we thought it would be good for us, but it didn't turn out that way.
You guys bowled well.
Mike Capone 9.55 half of 5 in the string, but Dan Esdale on a strike. Paul Grant, Bob Lee, Dan Castle. We have Stevie O. Sr. here, Rick Kimowski, the 4 horseman specialist, and John Ahern joining us now. Final half of the 5th string.
All right. Esdale's going to try to lock in the victory here and move on to the next round.
Fight the brand new D division next year. John Ahern will be in that. He'll ace that division, I'm sure. So if you want to register, Danny Finish Your Man on Facebook Messenger at Ryan Family News in Smyrna, Mass. Great place to bowl, 22 lanes. Book your birthday parties, corporate events here as well. Ryan Family News, it's Route 109, Smyrna, Massachusetts.
And it doesn't have
Outrun the bear.
All right. All right, Esdale is on a strike in his 6. He's looking to lock in his 26-pin lead or 25-pin lead after completed games. Mike picked up a few pins. First ball in his spare, or his strike.
And there's a Kimowski special.
All right.
As he looks at me. Put a buck in, Rick.
All right, 6 on his first ball.
He has $2 now for Cancer Cancer. 1-3. That's how it started. Cancer Cancer.
Nicely done. He picks it up for a 10 fill
Kimowski special versus fair.
and gives him the lead in the game with 60 at the half.
I think Rick switched bodies with Dan Esdale on that shot.
Yep.
70 ball through 6 here on the 5th.
Esdale's got a spare on a strike here. He's at 70 plus a ball.
Big 20 bucks, 60 up to 5, 70 ball.
Look at this one. Oh, that was a good ball, and this is how you get the castle leave. But 7 in the fill for 77 after 6.
Nice effort.
And just picked up the 2. He's got just a 5-pin to go. Come on, sit down, John. And a 10 box for Dan Esdale for 87 after 7.
Great match.
It's a great match. Mike's got his work cut out for him.
Oh, yeah. 25 minutes. That was it after 4?
Yep, but he'll know what he needs as soon as.
So if you go around talking about something, did you make them any more than anyone else?
All right, here we go.
Under a shot, 9.
That looked like a strike ball going down. He broke up the split, and he's just got the 6-pin left with some wood that he doesn't really like very much. So my guess is the way to make that shot is you take the wood off the wall because it's going to deflect the ball. I don't think there's any way around it. That's what he's doing. And it worked.
Pick up the wall.
Did I call that shot or what? Spare in the 8 for Dan Esdale. 97 and a ball.
How could you couldn't make those shots from my team, though?
Well, so I can see what the shot needs to be. I just can't make my hand follow through with the ball very well. Not like some of these other bowlers can. And I've gone downhill a few in the last couple of years, too.
97 the ball through 8.
He's going to break the split. No.
10 pin holes up, thought they would go.
All right, he's got the 7-10 split. 8 in the fill.
106 to 8.
He's got some wood that could be interesting to this.
He's 135, 101, 130, and 118.
And he's on pace for another 130 game, possibly.
And 600. What a try!
There it is!
Oh, what a shot!
That was the
Plus
highlight
his
reel
fist.
shot.
Heck of a shot, spare. 105 to 8, 150 the ball to 9. The 600 club.
Esdale drops 7 in the spare, 122 after 9, a mini triangle here, and a very good opportunity to have another 130 plus game.
2, 5, and 8.
Okay, that's okay.
Third 130 string plus.
All right, he's put the pressure on Mike and then some.
And 132. What a performance by number 1 seed, Dan Esdale. 132.
616.
616, I should say.
616.
616. National performance, 616.
It's a 102.
102 half. Yep.
That's it.
So
Mike, it's a 102 half.
102 half to tie, 103 to win.
Yeah, we had a 103 half ACST match. With Dan Schneider, 102 half.
Well, let's watch Mike.
Number 2 seed, Dean Sullivan.
Mike knows what he needs. Needs to throw a 157 to
102
tie.
half like Dan Schneider did over overtime.
Okay, he's off on the 4-pin. He's got 2 rows. It's makeable spare. Doesn't always go, but it can. Got to be right there.
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets
big
that.
spare.
That's a huge spare.
65 and the ball through 6. Mike's a big fan of Justin Waters nowadays for smooth form and demeanor on the lanes.
Yep,
He's
Waters is
number 1
amazing.
seed at ACST Class A, Southern Conference in the Millis.
He's the number 1 seed of all of AST, all divisions.
Mike enjoys golf and Texas Hold'em poker. Play most sports growing up, with emphasis on baseball. Later, Mike played softball.
Look at this.
2014. Steals 8, 1 to 2.
All right, that's good. He needed to do that. He has a 1-2 left. He's a 73 after 6, down 4 in completed boxes in this game. But he's got a ways to go. He needs to be at 155 to tie.
Big spare again, back to back.
All right, that's 2. He needs a couple more. He needs to keep going.
7. Went to Brumwood Institute of Technology for Architecture. He's a former architect, project architect with big firms in Boston. Nowadays, Mike does construction management for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Okay, off the bit on the side there, and just 5 in the fill.
88 through 7 up 1 in the string, down 24 in the match. He needs to mark out. He might need a double. He'll need a double. Need a double. Some people short now.
And he'll be open in the 8.
Micah Single has 4 amazing daughters, he says. He's a terrific guy.
I've enjoyed bowling in league with Mike. And
96 to 8. Now he's at least double strike, maybe not. He only strike out now.
Well, he needs to be at 155 to tie, 156 to win.
He needs to strike out.
So, got a strike here.
Good.
And,
Dan Esdale.
well, hang on, it's not over. All right.
Dan Esdale, number 1 seed, advances to the conference finals against number 3 seed Mike Legendre or number 4 seed Mike DiGianni.
The outcome of that match to be seen.
That's good.
Okay. That puts the
Great season, number 7 seed upset Glenn Gill, red hot Glenn Gill in that first round. And that's a call grand special. Missed the second, make the third for a 10. 106-9. Final box of the match. Monday night, 8 p.m. Logan's run. Logan Gingras, number 1 seed, Class B Northern Conference.
and hello to Dave Edison.
It's number 7 seed Rich Watty, ACST Facebook page. Here's a Kimowski special.
Let's close it out on one of those.
The Conference for Cancer.
We'll close it out on that.
Point for spare.
At that time.
Great season he had. 110, 81 average coming in after 18-week season. Falls short. Led by 12 after 2. By 2 Mike Dan Esdale, which was 616. Mike Capone 8, 114 won its season. A great performance. 573, 616 to 573. Dan Esdale into the conference finals.
Nice job. Good luck all the way. You deserve it.
Talk to the guys here. Mike Capone, great season.
Thank you.
You had him on his heels for a while. They're up 12 after 2. You had 5 strikes. A good ball.
Yeah, but he's tough. He just keeps coming.
Yeah.
That's why he was number 1. So he bowled well. So he deserved it.
You're a great number 7. So you're going to Class A next year. You're staying in.
No, I'm staying in. I think mathematically the way it works.
Okay.
There's too many people ahead of me in the B that would be going up.
All right. So you bumped Dan Esdale out at least, right?
Yeah, I got him out of the way anyway, so I won't see him again.
All right. Don't worry about Glenn Gill next year, right?
No, I think he's going too.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
So you're going to win it all next year, right?
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
All right.
All right.
Great season.
Thank you,
Mike
Paul.
Capone.
Appreciate it.
Dan Esdale, Mr. Hartford. Show him. Hold on. Give me that towel there. Show him that logo there.
Scoot over a little bit, guys.
What's the deal with the Hartford Whalers?
Always liked the logo, always liked the colors. Was not happy when they moved out of town. It was, it was a good rivalry between them and Boston and the New York team. So
616 performance, 5 strikes, 3 strings, 130 or better.
I had to do everything I could. Mike's a great bowler, and he's a great guy, and he was giving me all I could take. And after sitting here and watching Josh Daly throw that 189, I had to do something.
I thought you could get a 190. I'm disappointed in you.
Hey, I'm 2 years back into this after bowling 10 pin for all these years. So
Are you still bowling 10 pin?
No.
Yeah.
No, my last hurrah, my son who's sitting back there tonight, I used to bowl a tournament every year in Rutland, Vermont, and he jumped to the adults this year and asked me if my last hurrah would be bowling with him, and I got to bowl doubles with him. We didn't do that great, but I wouldn't trade it for a thing in the world. It was awesome.
All right, make sure Rick Kimelski puts $3 in those Kimelski special leagues as a horseman, okay?
I'm not chasing down Rick. Rick, I bowled with Rick this year on Friday nights. Rick's a great guy, and I'm not beating Rick up for that.
All right. The 3-letter word for winning and going to the conference finals against either number 3 seed, Mike Legendre, number 4 seed, Mike DiGianni.
Wow.
All right, back to Dan Cass to wrap it up.
All right, thank you, Paul, and for me, Bob Lee, and Paul Grant. Thank you for being here tonight, doing such a great job. And to the bowlers, they had a great match, a lot of effort to get to this point, and we look forward to seeing you at the next match. This is Dan Castle, and we're signing off.